day. Guided by nothing, I paint a smile on my face.
That's Dunedin band the Beatniks from their latest EP, Today, Tomorrow. The group was in Auckland recently, and so vocalist Sam Charlesworth and lead guitarist Logan Edwards stopped by the 13th floor studio to give us an update on the Dunedin sound.
I'm Logan.
I'm Sam.
Okay, I'll try to remember. All right, well, thanks for swinging by. You're in town because you're doing a show at Double Whammy with whom?
Our wonderful friends Ivy.
Okay.
They're also a fellow Dunedin band.
Yeah.
So is there a scene again down there, or has there always been?
It's a always pumping scene, always changing scene, but
Okay.
yeah, currently kind of.
A lot of really cool bands at the moment, actually.
Yeah.
A really cool younger scene as well. There's a lot of really good teenage musicians
good.
in high school that are like,
Yeah.
it's some good all ages shows.
All right. We'll have to keep our eyes and ears out for them. Okay, so how do you get to meet Ivy? How do you guys become buddies?
Well, they actually came to our show. They're a couple of years younger than us, and they came to see us at the infamous Crown.
Okay. Yes.
When, I think they might have snuck in, or they were freshly out of high school,
Yeah.
and they came to see a Beatniks show, and they were front row, and we thought, what a bunch of dorks. And and then they ended up being Ivy, and yeah, it's been a really, really cool inter-band relationship ever since.
Played lots of
Played
shows
lots of
ever
shows.
since, yeah.
You know,
Cool.
Lots of mutual respect, obviously.
All right.
We're big fans of them.
All right. So you draw the same kind of crowd?
Yeah, enough of a similar crowd, but enough of also a difference in crowd. I feel like it's we're separate enough where, both demographics or both crowds can enjoy each other's music,
right.
whilst also probably having a preference, which is cool.
Which is nice going on tour with them, because it's like we both bring a similar demographic, but we've both got people from other kind of worlds that will come and get to experience both things, which is really cool.
All right, so tell me about the Beatniks. There's how many of you?
There's 4 of us.
But every photo I've seen has 5.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
How did that
It's your
happen?
imagination, don't worry about it.
We started out in 2021. We were a 5-piece in 2021, actually.
Yeah.
And so we've been playing for 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, started out all in Dunedin. We're all from different parts of the country. I'm originally from Auckland here. I grew up on the North Shore. Logan's from Christchurch.
And who are the two other guys?
And so Alex Kendall is the bass player.
Right.
And he's from Wellington.
All right.
And Gregor Rolls is the drummer at the moment. He's the new drummer.
I was going to say, it sounds rather
fresh on the
tenuous.
skin.
Yeah.
We'll see how he works out, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we've had ever since the start, we've kind of had rotating drummers. Really, it was really hard to find someone to stick. But yeah,
But Greg has been awesome. He's only been playing drums for about a year and a half, or
self-taught drummer.
and he's just absolutely rips. He's been awesome.
Is he from Dunedin?
He is from all over the place.
Okay.
He grew up in Japan,
Oh, okay.
but was born in New Zealand. All over the place. You'd have to ask him.
Okay, so does the band as a whole, or you, the two of you, have a particular musical vision for the group? When people will ask, what is it you do and how do you do it, what do you answer?
Well, it started a lot with Sam's because Sam is a solo artist, and that was his thing when we met. We all met in first year of uni, and I guess kind of spurred from that, because a lot of the songs on our first album, Archetype, are actually just adaptations of Sam's
my
original
solo
songs.
songs.
So that's where you could probably at least start with
Right.
how the sound came from, was kind of just a bit zhuzh up of your
around
songs.
my songwriting at the core of it, and then everything else is kind of
adding our own flavors.
Yeah,
That's what Beatniks have always been, is kind of lots of different influences, and not necessarily sitting down and going, we want to sound like blank, but more four or five people going, this is what I like, and
Right.
kind of playing that part on top of each other.
All right. So the new EP is called what? Today, Tomorrow?
Yep, Today, Tomorrow.
We call it Today/Tomorrow, but we haven't really stopped anyone saying Today, Tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I feel like you probably wouldn't want to say the slash, but
No.
But you
just
do.
end up saying it just because visually you.
Yep. Okay, so how does this differ from the previous record, which was
The first record, like Logan said, was very much
Archetype?
Archetype. It was a lot of my kind of solo songs that I'd written years ago that we just had all been playing and kind of reimagined a little bit in a band setting.
Right.
whereas this record was a lot more collaborative, and it was kind of built from all of us just getting together and jamming and playing music and having fun, really. And everything kind of just fell into place quite quickly and naturally. And it was a different process for me, songwriting wise, because I usually, when I'm writing my own solo material, I will sit down and write the whole song in one sitting,
right?
And words, melody, structure, everything. But it was kind of my first time writing in a band scenario where we were all playing things at the same time, and I was trying to react off everyone else, trying to come up with a melody and lyrics and my guitar part at the same time. And so a lot of the songs ended up being pretty much just strictly instrumentals, because I didn't quite have the ability to get the melody and lyrics for most of them right away. So it was very much a process of creating these instrumental songs, and then I had to kind of try and get back into the mindset and zone of what I was wanting to talk about, what those songs were kind of emoting within me to kind of bring forward the lyrics and the melodies.
So I think the newest single off of the EP is Nick Sick, is that right?
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about how that came to be?
Well, that was Alex Kendall, that's our bass player. He kind of, again, a lot of the song started with jamming and riffing, but that was kind of his riff that he was going on for, and that was instrumental for a long time. It had we had sax players came in, we had a flute on it, I think, for a while, lots of random things, but Sam ended up putting vocals on it, and it's probably one of my favorites.
A lot of experimentation with that one.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's a very kind of non-linear way to get to the end product of a song. I feel like everyone expects you there, and you're only adding, but there was actually a lot of taking away and taking this bit, and then completely changed that bit. But so it had a lot of working. It's quite a fast track. It's only just over 2 minutes, but I think
it's nice and dancey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
More similar to our kind of archetype first record songs in that sense.
So who's making the decisions on what the single is and the album art and all that stuff? Is it all you guys? Do you have people who are advising you, managing you? Is it just the
probably
four
a lot
of you?
easier if we did have
we don't have any managers, but it's probably the reason the decisions don't get made at an extreme pace. But it is very collaborative.
It's very collaborative. Everybody gets to say their piece, and
it gets to a point where
everyone's kind of on the same page.
Yeah, totally. Right. I think, and we all have lots of kind of.
But this particular cover was quite special to me because it was a painting that one of my dad's late friends did. He was someone that struggled with a lot of mental health issues, just his own inner turmoil, really. And he ended up taking his own life years back, probably when I was really quite young. And we have a book at home of all his parents collected all of his art that he'd done over his whole life, really. And I was flicking through it and found this gorgeous photo that kind of resonated with me, and when I thought about what the album was about and the kind of things that we talk about, it was very much seemed to just make sense in my mind. And so I reached out to his parents and got their permission to use it. And so the painting is originally called Pinned Angels, and it's the man's name was Stefan Sporley, who was the artist. But and so they graciously gave us permission to use it, which is really cool.
Very cool, very cool. Now, one track I want to talk about was Torn, which is not Natalie Imbruglia from the 90s, but it does kind of a 90s grungy feel to it with the guitar, which is different than the other one. So how did that come to pass?
The name took a while. We
were torn.
Yeah, we were torn, yes. Actually, we had that one for a couple of years. We took that on our first tour of NZ
tour,
in 2023. That was kind of our...
I remember it was the last practice before tour. I had come up with that, the main riff of the song, and I played it to everyone, and we kind of just jammed it at the end after we'd run through the whole set at our practice. And everybody was really into it, and we were like, that would be really cool to open the set. And so it ended up being, it was called Intro Song
for over a year and a half.
For a year and a half, and it was literally, and so the very first show on the tour, we were like, why don't we just play it and try it out? And so I didn't have any lyrics written or anything. I just had kind of a general melody, and so I just made up all the lyrics at that first show, pretty much in Christchurch. I just made up all the lyrics on stage, just improvising them, and almost all of them
stuck around.
The exact same lyrics that I sang at that first show, which is quite funny. But so it just kind of stuck. But yeah, it's a fun song, definitely.
Very good. Now, so the EP's out. You're on tour with Ivy. Do you have a master plan? Is there something coming up that you're thinking about, working on?
I think we're definitely keen to stick into some more music and more writing. I think this EP is awesome to have out, but I think it took way too long. It was
a lot longer than it needed. I
definitely, and it was something that we were all quite passionate about, and it was a lot of carving of the elephant, so to speak. But at the end of the day, I think we could have done it a bit faster, and we've just got so much more material now that we want to get out.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got a lot in the can, do you?
A lot in the can. Yeah.
Is it recorded or just written?
Half and half.
Half and half.
Yeah.
All right. And is it sound changing, or is it kind of what we hear on the EP?
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like there's something that every time we create new songs, they're all kind of end up being from different realms, and you can definitely see different influences in each thing, but they all, coherently kind of end up sounding like a Beatniks song, because obviously it's got the same voice, me singing, and everyone's playing the same instruments, so everyone kind of has their own little sonic signature, I'd say, that kind of ties it all together to make it a Beatnik thing, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to describe what that is.
Yeah, I'm sure every artist probably feels that way and goes like, every song's so different, but I do have a genuine sense that Beatnik songs have a lot of kind of weird variety and influences, and it just feels like we're just flexing different muscles, and it's kind of, because we've never sat down and gone, this is what we sound like, we're this type of band, that it kind of means we're kind of, nothing's off limits, so we're just flexing different muscles.
If you enjoyed this episode of the 13th Floor's Music Talk series, please be sure to subscribe to the website or to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and wherever you find your podcasts. There's a whole lot more to discover.